Welcome back to Heart of Carolina Perspectives. I'm Angela Hampton. Today we're looking ahead to an annual event in the Triangle that celebrates the region's rich tradition of the blues. The Durham Blues Festival is coming up September the 7th. This is footage from last year's event, the 25th Annual Blues Fest. The festival has experienced some significant changes over the past few years, but organizers are working hard to keep the tradition very strong. And joining me now to talk about it is Angela Lee, the new Executive Director of St. Joseph's Historic Foundation, which puts on this great festival every year. Welcome, nice to see you.
Thank you, and it's a pleasure to be here. Thank you.
Very good. Also here, Rhonda Robichaux and Jimmy Haggard, two of the blues artists who are going to be performing. Yes. Nice to have you both with us as well, and we're going to learn more about your style of the blues and what this means to you in just a moment, but I need to start with Angela. You are new. We want to congratulate you on your new role at St. Joseph's. Tell us a little bit about what brought you to St. Joseph's and what you're up to.
Well, first of all, let me say it is a pleasure to be at the Hayti Heritage Center. I came on board in January, so while I haven't been there a terribly long time, I feel that I've been baptized. So I'm enjoying the ride. The last 2 years I volunteered with the festival, as a matter of fact. And prior to that, of course, who doesn't know about the Blues Festival if you live anywhere in the area? So I have had the opportunity to witness some fantastic musical performances at Hayti, as well as other locations where the festival has taken place. So when the opportunity came to try to get myself in there on a more permanent basis, I jumped at it. And I'm just very, very happy to be there.
Well, I know everyone is happy to have you there as well. For those who may be new to the area or not familiar with Hayti and the St. Joseph's Historic Foundation, fill us in just a little bit.
Okay, St. Joseph's Historic Foundation is the nonprofit umbrella, if you will, for the Hayti Heritage Center. The center operates under that nonprofit umbrella. So at Hayti, we, well, first of all, we are a cultural enrichment and arts education facility located in Durham. We provide all forms of the arts. And if it's music, if it's dance, if it's visual with artist exhibitions, if it's poetry, we do it all. And therefore the place is always alive with energy and activity and sounds and sights, and it's just a really good place to be. We also do facility rentals as well as lease rentals. We have tenants. So we do some of everything there, Angela.
Meeting a lot of needs in the community too, and promoting the arts.
Absolutely.
So let's talk about the Blues Festival, because we know it, 26th year. It's been a fantastic event for people in this region. But tell us about the history, the tradition of the blues here, and why it's been important for the Hayti Heritage Center in St. Joseph's to really celebrate this and bring it to the community.
Well, as you know, Durham has a very, very rich history of music, art, entertainment that stems way back. Where we're located is a part of the Hayti district of Durham, and at one point in time it was the most vibrant business and residential community. It was dubbed Black Wall Street, and there were so many artists who came from Durham, and many of whom still reside in the area. Our tagline at Hayti is preserve the heritage, embrace the experience. And it applies across the board to just about everything we do, but especially the music. We have the Heritage Music Series, which focuses on jazz and preserving the culture and the sound of pure jazz. And we've got the Durham Blues Festival. So in order to keep the blues alive, in order to preserve the heritage, but embrace the experience, we know that it's important to continue to provide not only the sound of the music, but the sights of the music, and to perform it as it has been performed over the years, but to bring in the legends as well as the new stars on the scene, the rising stars on the scene. So it's important for us to continue this festival, which is the largest celebration of blues in North Carolina, and we're just proud to be the ones to continue to keep that blues alive here in North Carolina.
Now we know it's traditionally been an outdoor festival,
Yes.
although at times over the last few years, part of the festival has been indoors as well, Durham
Yes.
Performing Arts Center and other
Yes.
places. This year it's moving inside to the
Yes.
Hayti Heritage Center.
Yes,
Tell
yes.
us what the plan is for this year.
The plan is to have a one-day festival at Hayti. I think it's going to be a blast. We will have vendors outside, we'll have vendors inside, and we will feature 5 acts, 5 performances by artists of whom I'm a huge fan. 2 of them are right here. When you get me talking, you have to reel me in because I love the sounds, just a very diverse sound of blues music. And Rhonda and Jimmy will have a chance to talk with you more about that. But it's going to be one day. Doors will open at 5, and we'll perform. The performances will last until midnight. We're going to have food. We're going to have beverages. We're going to have fun. Everything that we would have at the outdoor festival, except that it's going to be indoors.
That's right.
And the performance hall is a magnificent structure at Hayti, and it seats a smaller crowd than we're used to outdoors, so folks will need to get those tickets early.
That's right, a very intimate setting
Yes.
for this wonderful
Yes.
show. Well, you've talked about our artists here, and we're so lucky to have you guys both with us today. I want to talk with you each about first of all, just what this means to you. Rhonda, I'll start with you, to be part of the festival this year.
Well, I've been to the Durham Blues Festival several times over the years, and it's so exciting to actually be performing at this year's event. I'm kind of shell-shocked. So I'm really looking forward to it. And I moved here from New Orleans in 2000, and I guess what I've noticed is that Durham seems to be the heart of the blues scene in this area, and so I know it's an honor to actually be able to perform at the Durham Blues Festival, so definitely looking forward to it.
Yes.
Very good. And Jimmy, how about you? What are your thoughts on this festival?
Oh, this festival to me is just a fabulous festival. I've gone to a couple of the festivals over the past few years. Been here in the Triangle now 5, going on 6 years, and so to know about the heritage in the Durham area. I mean, I grew up mostly listening to rock music and things like that, but all of the music that I learned that I loved about rock music was all really blues at the heart of it, for me anyway. Even to the point where, the band Pink Floyd, they got their name from a guy named Pinky Anderson, I think out of South Carolina, and Floyd Council from Durham. So that's where Pink Floyd came from. So there's a deep heritage in the Triangle area and in Durham specifically for music. I think one of my favorite songs that I learned was written by a guy named John D. Loudermilk. It was called Tobacco Road. I didn't know it was him originally, and then I found out, well, that guy's from here too.
That's right.
So some of my favorite music and some of my favorite blues music actually came from here.
That is fantastic. Well, Rhonda, let me go back to you. Tell us, you said you're from New Orleans, and of course, Robichaux, we love that name.
Yes.
Tell us about your style and what you love to perform, what people will hear when they go see you.
Well, I promote my music as swampy, sultry, spicy with a New Orleans flavor.
All right.
Love it.
And it usually gets that response. And so it's generally a mix of blues, swing, samba, jazz, funk, classics, and I also do some originals. And actually one of my originals, Ain't Nothing, is trending on Reverb Nation right now, so I'm really excited. And
Awesome.
I have gained inspiration from artists like Etta James, Billie Holiday, Janis Joplin, Cassandra Wilson, Joni Mitchell, Bonnie Raitt, B.B. King. So I often am told that by people that they hear some of that in the music that I do.
Oh, great. Well, we can't wait to hear.
I can't wait.
And Jimmy, same question to you. Tell us about your style.
My style has kind of evolved over the years. But one of the first things I learned, especially about blues music, is if you want to play blues and you really want to do it well, you need to work at developing your own style. Really, you have to develop your own style. You can be inspired by others, but it's really about expressing yourself a lot through the music. And so, like I mentioned, rock music was kind of the things I learned from, but I learned, Led Zeppelin, bands like that. I learned that, well, their music actually came from people like Willie Dixon, Howlin' Wolf, and Muddy Waters, and Rolling Stones were doing that too. So then I went back and I learned more about the music from those artists. And then from there, from being from Chicago, those musicians being from Chicago, I learned about others like Luther Allison, Otis Rush, more of the electric blues kind of stuff. And that's really kind of what I gravitated toward, that style of electric blues, kind of a swing and shuffle kind of thing in the blues, full of energy, full of life.
That is
So
great.
that's kind of where my style is.
So 2 different styles here for people to enjoy, and can't wait. And it sounds like it's going to be awesome. We do have pictures of the 3 other artists who are going to be there, so I want to put those up on the screen too. The headliner, Big Daddy Wilson, you see here, born in Edenton, discovered the blues in Germany when he was stationed in the Army, and is launching an international tour, I understand, so that's exciting. Next, also Claudette King. Based in Atlanta, the youngest daughter of B.B. King. And of course, Dad's been her inspiration too, she says, so that'll be exciting. And also Jason D'Amico and the New Blue, and he's a local artist described as a child prodigy. At 15, the youngest member of the Duke University Jazz Ensemble. So a different style there as well, and we'll look forward to hearing him. It's going to be a great night, and Angela, I think it's important to point out that money raised at the Blues Festival does support a lot of these programs.
It supports our programs.
At Hayti. So you need people to come out and buy tickets.
Absolutely.
What else do you need from the community?
I think we just need to continue to preserve the heritage and embrace the experience. Rhonda and Jimmy both mentioned some artists who are no longer with us. And it reminded me that last year when I was at the festival, I had the privilege not only of seeing Bobby Blue Bland, who was the headliner last year, but I had the privilege of meeting him. And I got to serve him his food and his spice. I was like, oh, but he's no longer with us. And yesterday we learned of the passing of a great jazz artist, George Duke, who was just amazing. So as those stars fade, we must continue to keep the music alive so that other people, particularly the younger generation, learns where this music originates and why it's so important to know the history of it as you continue, as Jimmy said, to develop your own style.
That's right.
So we need the support of the community. We need the embracing of the experience, if you will. And we're going to provide a great experience on September 7th.
I do not doubt it one bit. It sounds awesome.
Thank you.
It's so nice to meet you in person. Thank you for all that you are doing. Hayti's lucky to have you. And Rhonda and Jimmy, thank you guys for coming in.
Thank you.
Best of luck with your careers. Can't wait to hear you at the Blues Fest. And we do appreciate your time this morning. I want to make sure people know how to get tickets. So we'll put that information up on the screen.
Thank you.
The 26th annual Bull Durham Blues Festival is Saturday the 7th of September from 6 p.m. until midnight. Doors opening at 5. Taking place at the Hayti Heritage Center on Fayetteville Street in Durham. To learn more, to buy your tickets, go to hayti.org. And ABC 11 is once again a proud sponsor of the Blues Festival. Our own Eyewitness News weekend morning anchor and blues fan Anthony Wilson is going to introduce some of the performers. Look for coverage on Eyewitness News and ABC11.com. We do hope you'll check it out. It's going to be a great evening. And One Heart of Carolina Perspectives continues. We are going to talk about a huge arts and crafts festival coming up in the Triangle. Lazy Days in Cary draws about 50,000 people each year. See what all the fuss is about and why you should check it out. Stay with us.